Dear friends, good evening to all of you. Yes, UPSC Preliminary Examination 2023 happening on 28th May 2023. That means only 85 or 86 days left for this exam. Lakhs of aspirants are preparing for UPSC Civil Service Examination, Preliminary Examination. We know the fact. One of the very competitive exam. And how to clear this examination. We know prelims is an objective examination. It has two papers. Paper 1 has 100 questions. Paper 2, CSAT paper, that has 80 questions. In paper 1, every question carries 2 marks. In paper 2, every question carries 2.5 marks. And this is also a reality that UPSC has negative marks for wrong answers. That means if your answer is wrong, a single answer is wrong, 0.66 is deducted from your score. If 10 answers gone wrong, 10 into 0.66 is deducted. In CSAT, for every wrong answer, we know 0.82 or 0.83 is deducted. So this is a concern for many aspirants. In fact, many of my students asked me, sir, how to or what to do with the negative marks, or how to improve the low scores in the prelims exam. So in this video, I will share you some ideas regarding this. As I said, every wrong answer. UPSC questions, it has 4 choices. It is multiple choice questions, 4 choices. You have to pick the most appropriate one answer. If you give wrong answers, then also, there will be negative mark. If you given wrong answer, then also there will be negative mark. And if you don't know the answer and you left it blank, there is no penalty for that. There is no negative mark for that. Okay. Now the problem is how to tackle this issue. Some solutions I am sharing with you. The best solution and the first solution, I would say, when you open the booklet, when you get the question booklet, in the first 10 minutes you read all the 100 questions. You go through all the 100 questions, I would say. Yes, every aspirant has to read all the 100 questions. It is not necessary you read from the first question or you read from the mid or you read from the last question, doesn't matter. But it is necessary in the very first 10 minutes, you try to read all the 100 questions, and in the first 10 minutes, you segregate them into 3 categories. Okay, you can call them, different names are there for this strategy, but I would say this is always very nice. You try to divide all the 100 questions into 3 categories in the very first 10 minutes itself. And what are the 3 categories? The first category is, yes, you select the questions into first category, and those questions, you damn sure with the answers. When you read the 100 questions, some questions, maybe 25 to 30 questions, you may feel that damn sure, 100% sure about the answers. Very well you know the answers because it is from the learned areas, revised areas. You very well know the answers. Out of 100 questions, obviously 25 to 30 will be, if you prepared very well, at least 25 to 30 questions are, sure short answers. I mean, the questions are from the learned areas, revised areas, and 100% you know the answers. You can mark them as X questions. Then the second category of questions is, 50-50 dilemma. You know something about that question and choices, something, some confusions are there. You mark them as Y category. Then the final third category, the most difficult questions, you don't know anything about them. Totally strange alien questions, that is Z category. So this division is very crucial. Why I say this? Because in the first reading, once you've done this segregation, this division, in the first reading, you will solve that X category questions. X category questions means you 100% know the answers of those questions. Okay, that way you finished 25 or 30 questions. Just try to understand 30 into 2 means 60 marks you scored. That will definitely, boost your confidence. In the first reading itself, first round itself, you finished 30 questions and you know 100% you know their answers, very appropriate answers you selected and marked in the OMR, and that 30 into 2 means 60 marks you scored. Okay, that will definitely boost your confidence, and of course it will give you time for thinking about the Y category questions or Z category questions. Okay, now in the second reading I would say you will go for Y category questions. There you have some 50-50 dilemma questions, 50-50 elimination chances. You know some choices, you don't know some choices. But still, when we apply the law of probability, you imagine that still that is 30 questions are there. Out of 30, you just imagine, out of 30, 15 gone right, 15 gone wrong. Okay, 15 gone right, 15 gone wrong. So 15 into 2 means that is 30 marks, and 15 into 0.66 is something around 10 marks. So 10 is minus 2 from 30 means still if you check that cost to benefit ratio analysis, you see still you have 20 marks. So 60 plus 20 means 80, you already scored that. This will definitely enhance your level of confidence in the examination hall. Okay, finally you go for the third round, I mean that is that category of questions, and answering them it is totally up to you. If you feel that by solving XY you almost crossed that cutoff, something a mental calculation, you feel that you crossed 90 plus 100 plus, then there is no need even for touching these last category questions. Okay, so that kind of a segregation will definitely help you to reduce your negative marks. It will increase your accuracy. Second, I would say that you read all choices. That is very important. Reading all choices, that is very important, because UPSC always, since it is multiple choice questions, UPSC choices, you may feel that yeah, it is mostly similar to correctness, or it's mostly similar to the right answer. So here you have to pick the most, especially in the ABCD questions, out of the 4 choices, you have to pick the most appropriate and most accurate answer. Sometimes the A choice itself, you may feel that it is a right answer. So don't be in a hurry to pick the A answer. You go for all the choices, and whichever is the most appropriate one, that one only you choose. So reading all choices and selecting the most appropriate, that is also one of the way by which you can reduce your negative marks, because many cases students in a hurry on seeing the first, yes, there is a question like I mean something which is related to, maybe it is Buddhism, whether it is a heterodox sect or orthodox sect, something which is given in the choices, you feel A choice is it's a correct one, you pick that one. But after going for all the choices, you feel that yes, D is the most appropriate one. So that kind of the tensions don't create. Read all choices first and make the most appropriate as your answer. Next category is, I would say, another problem with many aspirants. Yes, sometimes UPSC asks the questions like correct one, not correct. Select the not correct answer, select the correct answer. This is also a matter of concern for many aspirants. In a hurry or without a second thought, simply whatever is set in the mind, in same way 45 they answered as the selected the correct answer, with the same mindset they will go for this 46 also. So read every keyword, read every important word in the question, and try to distinguish whether the question is asking for the correct one or the question is asking for picking the not correct one. Okay, be very conscious while solving the questions. Okay, that is also very important. Then the next category is extreme keywords. It is not true that if the sentence is carrying extreme keywords or extreme words, that sentence is gonna be wrong. That is not a condition, that is not a norm. Most cases the the choices which carry the extreme stand, choices which convey the extreme statement, most gonna be wrong also. Okay, but it is not a necessary condition. This is not a common condition for every choices, every answers, every questions. But still, when the statement carries some extreme keywords like drastically, wholly, absolutely, fully, hardly, okay, never, when these keywords are in the statements or choices, be very conscious, be very careful, read them very well, and accordingly you answer. Okay, so be careful about the keywords or extreme keywords in the choices. Next is, I would say that this is what I shared, the ideas of the toppers who cleared recently. Don't ever go for blind guess. Okay, blind guess is or random guess is one of the biggest problem with many aspirants. You learned every subject: environmental science, geography, history, polity, economy, inflation, okay, repo rate, everything you studied very well. So whatever you are educated guess, you try to apply into the question and choices. Don't go for a wild guess, don't go for a random guess. Okay, that is also very important. And next important thing is, if the question is factual question, it's about a particular initiative organized by this particular organization, International Monetary Fund, or maybe this is by United Nations, or this is by something. So you see that whenever the factual questions are asked, don't try your elimination, or maybe your elimination means your guesswork. Don't try into factual questions, because if you know the fact, then only you answer the factual questions. Take care of that thing. And some questions, if you feel that you don't know anything about any choices of that question, you have no idea with that questions, in that cases, you just leave the questions here. Just leave the questions, because leaving the questions is also one of the wisest choice to reduce your negative marks. Okay, you have no ideas, but your ego don't allow you to leave the question. You try to surrender your ego, try to, overpower your ego. When you don't know anything about a question or its choices, the better option is to just leave it. Okay, so that is also an idea to reduce your negative marks. Okay, and some cases, for example, there is a question which has multiple choices, and you have some ideas. You eliminated 2 choices. Now 2 choices left with you, and you may feel that more inclination is towards, suppose, answer C. You selected C and D. A and B you eliminated, C and D is there. Now the confusion is between C and D, and you feel that your intuition, intuition say D is more correct than C. Sometimes, you trust on your intuition. Okay, so that is also very important. Sometimes you can trust on your intuition. If you feel that your mind says that, okay, you go to select this one upon that one. If you have such an intuition, go for that. You trust your intuition. That is also an idea. Okay, so this is again very important. Then I would say that because you think, as many said, for example, 3 questions you attempted, with your intuition, and suppose you see that all the 3 gone wrong, you will, all the 3 gone wrong, or you imagine that out of the 3, 2 gone wrong, 1 gone right. Okay, 1 gone right. So 2 gone wrong means your score will be something around yes, when 2 into 0.66, you see that when it is minus, you can see 1.34 is minus, still 0.66 or 0.67 you get from that like a 3 attempt. 3 questions you given with the intuition, out of intuition. 1 is right, 2 is wrong. But still, if you check the cost benefit ratio, okay, you just see that it is an achievement for you. 0.66 you gained. Okay, so sometimes you trust on your intuition, I would say. Then OMR sheet, I would say, don't ever leave for the last minute. OMR, after solving all the questions, I will start, shading the OMR bubbles. Don't do that. That is a blunder. I say in every, round of reading, first round of reading, you are solving that first 30 questions. After solving every question, you just mark it in the OMR itself. Otherwise, in the final round, in a hurry-burry, you will make a lot of blunders, lot of mistakes. Okay. So OMR, not leave for the last minute. While solving every question, the right answer, once you concluded, you just mark in the OMR. Okay, and last not least, practice. I would say, if you really wish to reduce your negative marks, and if you really wish to clear this exam, if you wish to cross the cutoff in the prelims, I would say practice is the only key. After revision, after learning, there should be enough space for practices. Don't think in the May month I will do all the practices and I will do all the questions. That will not work. Right from now onwards, at least from now onwards, you practice daily 50 to 100 questions, I would say. That will definitely help you to clear prelims 2023. Okay, conceptual clarity you should have, and you must know its application, for which practice matters. Okay, all the very best wishes, and any support you require, please feel free to contact us. Okay, Gallant IAS is always there to support you. Thank you.